Guys, this is Nate at Stowe Training Systems, and we've got a new client who has a weak lower back and just got me to thinking about how we're going to approach this situation. What it starts with is what we call our PAR-Q. It's a health questionnaire. We just go through some yes or no stuff about surgeries, injuries, what have you, and we just want to determine whether or not this back is actually weak. This client had blown a few discs out in her lower back, and when we have an injury, basically all the muscles around that spot start to shut down, and the muscles further away start to pick up the slack. So because she had a direct injury to her back, I felt like, yeah, this makes sense. Her back is probably, weak. From there, the more you know about a back, the more you know what you don't know. So I don't prescribe any direct lower back exercises, even if it's weak. I refer out to a physical therapist and see, hey, what do you think about as far as direct exercises go? If you give it the green light, you say go ahead. I feel confident in my technique on those exercises, but I'm not going to prescribe them because, again, the more I know about this stuff, the more I realize what I don't know. In this case, I already worked with some therapists and whatnot and been prescribed these exercises, so we're good. So that health questionnaire allowed me to identify that, yes, you've had a direct injury, so it probably is quote unquote weak. B, already been to some therapists and had some direct activation exercises, some stuff to turn it on and directly train it, green light it. So now I can incorporate that. From there, we're just going to go through our screening process where I'm just going to screen out exercises. Yeah, that deadlift is good, but maybe it's not good for her, or perhaps the lunge is great for exercise, but not for this client. We went through and we screened everything out. So we have, again, what we're going to call a trainable menu, regardless of whether it's a weak back or not. It just means that these are trainable exercises. They're green lit and these aren't. We need to do other stuff instead. And then from there, we're just going to start to attack some of those, that muscle a little bit indirectly. So like we said, I'll do some green lit exercises from a therapist for direct training of that lower back, but really I still prefer a compound movement where that lower back muscle is going to have to work in unison, in concert, if you will, with the other surrounding muscles. This just makes it smarter because our body is not like the machines. It's motion, it's poetry. It's not bicep, tricep, it's arm, it's push, it's pull. So by training with more of these hip hinging type of movements because they're cleared, not only going to get that lower back stronger, but get it stronger in a way that actually makes sense to where it works with the other muscles around it, so that she can actually do the things she wants to do in life, which in this case is just get really crazy lean. So back to how do we approach a lower back? One, that PAR-Q, we got to go through that health questionnaire. If you had a direct injury to it, then that makes sense. It's probably weak. Everything's shut down in that area. From there, I want to look to a therapist. This is just outside my scope of practice to assign direct lower back exercises. The more I know about it, the more I know what I don't know. So I'm not going to do anything without a doctor, therapist to tell me exactly what is green lit and not. Beyond that is a screening process, just which exercises at the gym are safe and which ones do we need to avoid. And finally, in this case, we're going to challenge it with compound movements versus isolating it. Again, just so it's working in a more, I hate to use this term, but functional manner, some way that we can actually use it out in real life. Hopefully that helps. Outside of that, if you like me on your team, I am still taking on virtual coaching clients. You can just message me, we could chat and see if this will be a good fit for you. Have a great day.